Is the light too bright or is it okay?
I think it's just because you're tan and I'm not.
I'm like, why is she white?
Like, this is actually just me.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. DanielPSpillsTheTea with another episode of Daniel P Spills the Tea. But I have a very special guest today. The adorable Alexandra Nation is with me.
Hi guys.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's been a long time.
It has been 2 years.
I'm due for you to make me beautiful.
Oh,
and
honey.
style me up.
Oh, listen, done and done. Literally, you always look beautiful. Please subscribe to my channel. Plenty more of these videos are coming as well. Up, I have already behind the scenes, wrote some reviews, got some vlogs there too. And follow me on Instagram to see a little bit more of my work and give Alex a follow as well.
That's it. Do you do like the, do you do this?
And then it'll come up.
Great.
Yeah, it all happens in the magic of editing. It's a great start, falling off my stool. I get people over and I fall off the chair. Just wanted to warn you, there is no back.
We're actually not sitting on anything, we're just hovering.
We first met at an event.
Yeah.
DMs were exchanged. There was a slide.
I think I slid in first, maybe.
I can't remember. You probably did.
It's so my
No. It came to spring racing and you kindly asked me to dress you for spring carnival. And I must say, the way you approached me was very respectful. And when we had the meeting, it was great that straight away you were like, how much? So you identified that it is my job and that I should get paid.
I'm not a freeloader.
Yes. You were also like, I love what you do. I want you to do it with me.
Yeah, I just took put the trust in.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
just
like,
just
in your hands.
And literally we went there. Like it was that one outfit.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably put it up here. Ding. You were just like, yes.
Oh.
And I'm like, really? Are you sure?
Are we talking about the frilly one?
You had the flowers on it. Yeah.
It was heaven.
Yeah, and that was for a media event. They were kind of just like, well, we had to send it for approval. We had to do these things.
They weren't sure.
They weren't sure.
But
they did remove
loved
the
it.
headpiece, which I thought was fabulous.
No, the headpiece was great.
So thank you for always just letting me do what I do and
trust
owning
you.
it though, like going out there and being like,
to.
I feel amazing.
Because I feel like it can change how an outfit looks. If you're not confident in it,
Completely.
it can change it.
And I hate when that's obvious. As a if I style someone, I'm like, you clearly don't look comfortable or you don't trust me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but...
Why didn't you say anything?
Yeah, you could have said something. Exactly. Or they've changed something and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, and you're just like...
Oh no. And it's nice to have a relationship still.
Yes, we were just
Very
saying.
grateful.
You can have a connection with someone and then, you know, you don't talk as much or see each other as much, but then when you come back together, it's still there.
It's still there.
Which is great.
And it's valued.
Yeah.
Recently on your Instagram page, on your IGTV, you posted about cyberbullying.
Yes.
Is the correct term. And that inspired me to get you here today to talk further on the topic and as well as talking about your own personal experiences with that issue, which would also relate back to your history on reality TV.
Yes.
On both The Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise,
yes,
is that right?
The weird and wonderful world of reality TV.
So stay tuned for all that tea.
There's heaps.
In your video, you posted about, well, I feel like it was there to create awareness on the issue. And to also to bring to light the need for it to end.
Yes.
There's obviously motivation behind it. Most people would feel the same. But have you yourself been a victim of cyberbullying?
Yes.
Yes.
Big fat yes.
Right.
So I obviously went on The Bachelor in 2016 and I was 24 years old. So I'm 29 this year.
Yeah.
So I was 24 then.
Yeah.
And
you'd be a different person now.
Totally. And I went on it thinking, I have a great personality.
Yes, you do.
I'm bubbly, I'm fun, I'm caring.
All those things.
And thought I'll be received well. You know, I didn't think that I wouldn't be received well.
Yeah.
And, you know, I came off that show in a relationship and happy, and I was not prepared for what was to come after they wiped their hands clean of you. They kind of threw you to the wolves.
When you say they, do you mean the show?
The show.
Yeah,
you
as
know,
a whole.
As a whole.
Right. And did you then watch the show once it was aired and go, that wasn't me, that wasn't the kind, or it wasn't focused on who you really were?
Yeah, so my edit, if you didn't watch, I was the stage 5 clinger.
Oh, so, fun.
Yeah, so, and I'm not that girl, which is hilarious. Like, I am so not the stage 5 clinger, which I thought it was so funny. But they made me look
you poor thing.
Obsessive and possessive. Bit bit crazy.
Crazy?
A lot crazy, actually.
And I'll just say that that's a really bad stereotype for a woman on
Totally.
TV. Especially when that's not who you are. Why do these characters, because I will use the term character, right? It was a manipulated character. Why does this have to exist for it to be like, the character needs to be part of the show, so let's turn this girl, who clearly doesn't have these qualities, into this character.
Yeah, I feel like
that way they're going to have win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like, why?
So if you want to win, you want to find love, be a stage 5, to be a stage 5 winner.
I think they have to have their characters, you know, they've got their favourite, the girl next door, the good girl.
Yeah.
You know, there has to be a good girl. Then there's the bitch, the snake. Then there's the stage 5 clinger, which is me. Then there's like the sex siren, which they also made that me as well. They sexualized me and they made me the stage 5 clinger. But they made me feel like, because I was saying before, I'm a very sensual and sexual person anyway. I own that. I'm quite happy with that.
Love that.
I'm allowed to be that.
Yes, you are.
They sexualized me and I didn't need it. So and then they tried to portray me to be just this siren, like this temptress kind of thing. And I was like, well, why can't I be a temptress though? Like, why can't I be a siren?
But then why did they have to undertone that with a needy persona?
I know, but
you could have just been a really strong, determined
woman
who wanted what she wanted.
And who knew who she was.
That would have been great. And then would have won. It would have been great.
Like, totally.
That's, ladies, how you do it. You see it, you want it, you take it.
Yes. As my character came to light on the show and they showed bits and pieces, people really loved me at the start. I was received really well, got really good feedback, and then it just deteriorated really, really quickly. I'd have people jump onto my social media and call me the bunny boiler and say that I was gonna like murder him in his sleep if he didn't choose me, and I was obsessive and possessive, and when you see it every day, that's when it gets exhausting.
You wake up to it, you get to bed to it.
Totally. And like when I won, you know, got to the end of the show and the finale aired, I was the winner, it was revealed.
Did you know do they film multiple endings?
No.
Right, okay, so you knew you won.
Yeah. And then the headline the next day was Alexandra Nation, Australia's most hated woman.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Where was this headline? Is this like Daily Mail headline or like Full Herald Sun?
Everywhere.
Oh, just everywhere. That was the tone.
Yeah, on every media outlet. So I was due to do my radio round starting at 6 a.m.
Just quickly, sorry, was this because there was another woman that was pegged to win?
Yes.
That fan favourite?
Yes, which was Nikki.
Right, okay.
She was she was a sweetheart, genuine, lovely girl, but they only showed that side to her. So she was the girl next door. She was from Perth. He was from Perth. It made sense. She wasn't the young single mother. She wasn't the damsel in distress that needed rescuing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she was the one that made sense, and they made that. She
was the fairy tale ending.
Yeah, they pushed that. And they also pushed the shock win for me for their ratings and viewings, because it's like, oh my God, how did she win?
Did you realise that straight away, or was that something now that you look back, you're like, oh my God, I was used as a shock win?
Yeah, no, when I was filming, producers are very clever. Like, I am still friends with one of my producers who, he was really lovely, very genuine. He kind of didn't manipulate me, or he was just very
supportive.
Yeah. Whereas the others, they do make out they're your best friends and have your best interests at heart, and they feed you things and get things into your head that then you start to believe, and then it all comes out.
Head fuck. So is it like Unreal? I love that show.
It is a lot like that.
You're like, I can relate.
Yeah, it's pretty true.
That's awful.
To that, aside from like the murders and stuff.
Yeah, thank God.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, listen, at the moment,
still
let's
time,
see how desperate.
My ex-boyfriend was a paraplegic, and there was a headline saying
They didn't go there.
Alex dumps disabled ex-boyfriend to chase her 15 minutes of fame. So I had everyone on social media. I was told to kill myself. I was told to give my son up for adoption, that I was evil, that I was awful, I was disgusting. Because the media do play a part in influencing people's opinions on you.
Well, because if they have that material, then they can sell whatever it is now.
And then people just...
I don't know.
It's clickbait.
It's clickbait.
People just
not
run with
magazines or papers anymore. It's just all internet trollings or online.
And because these people don't sit there and go, oh, hang on, I don't actually know this person. I'm going to believe everything I see.
Yeah.
So I'm going to harass.
What's depicted on a television show as well. It's not even the real you. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it was
I'm so sorry you had to go through that though. That's awful.
It was.
But how did you get through it? How did you handle it? Before you answer that question,
how
much responsibility then did you take Because, yes, you were manipulated, obviously. Like, we all know reality TV is heavily produced.
Absolutely.
Did you take responsibility, I guess, for anything that you said and that happened and was like, oh, wait, I shouldn't have said or done that?
I always say everything that come out of my mouth came out of my mouth.
Yes.
They're the words I said. It's not scripted.
Okay.
They don't lock you in a room and force you to say something and not let you leave until you say it.
Are you a bit drunk, though?
Plastered.
All the time, right. Yeah, that room is true.
You are inebriated.
Yeah, if someone was filming me whilst I was drunk, I would be locked up.
I cried a lot purely because I missed my son. I was away for 3.5 months.
Did they film in Melbourne or Sydney?
Sydney.
Right, okay.
I've never been a jealous person or insecure, but that environment made me that way. Like,
they wanted it.
Because I'm competing, essentially, for a man.
For the D.
I'm competing for the D.
Was it worth competing for? Oh, shady.
I need the fan.
We need the fan.
I need the
Why do you think we need it today? Sorry, she's over there.
So I do take ownership of, what came out of my mouth was all me. But when I saw how it was edited, was how it shocked me.
Yeah.
Because it was so out of context.
Yeah.
They put snippets of me crying about my son, then just go to a throw of Richie walking away from me, and then me thinking it was like me crying about Richie. I'm like, no, you literally spoke to me about my son for 30 minutes to make me emotional, and that's why.
Yeah, and the viewers think,
I'm a psycho.
Yeah, but they just watch the final thing and go, oh, that's how it laid out in real time.
I also don't blame them because a lot of them aren't educated on what...
The viewers?
Yeah, what reality TV is about.
So
this is why we talk about it.
Yeah, so watch this. It can go so far to then lead to the bullying. But even on shows like Neighbours, like I know people that have been in Neighbours and they're like, oh, we get trolled on Instagram and social media as well. Based on the characters. It's like, what is wrong with people?
That's not even real life.
Yes, but if you're watching a show that's getting you that upset, stop watching it. Watch something fun. Watch Queer Eye. I don't know.
There was a time where I didn't know how, like I wouldn't leave my bedroom. I was anxious all the time. Going out into social settings made me really anxious because I was like, are they talking about me?
Yeah.
What do they think of me? I'd go out for brunch with my mum and girls would get their phones out and just sit and video and take photos of me. And I'd feel sick to my stomach because I'm like, are they sending it to their friends in a group thread and just like bagging me out? Because that was what was happening so much on my feed.
Totally.
It was just negative, negative, negative. When you see something so much, even if you are a thick-skinned person, you start to believe it because it gets in your head so much.
We're only human.
Exactly. And you start to question every belief system that you have about yourself.
Yeah. Our loved ones can make us feel that way.
Totally.
And it's not their fault. It's our own insecurities and demons. So imagine what complete strangers and the general public could make you feel about yourself.
Totally.
Where you don't have the ability to get reassurance from them. Or know that deep down they love you.
Yeah.
Because you're like, these people deep down
despise me and want me to die.
Would you say, you had a form of depression, anxiety, all the above?
That.
You even had a bit of paranoia.
Oh, totally. My mental health took a huge decline. I had to, take myself to the psychologist. I went on medication just because I couldn't do it by myself.
Yeah, but you acknowledged it was happening.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Whatever I did wasn't helping me feel any better. And then we broke up, and then it's a public breakup, and then it's told you so.
Yeah.
It was never going to work.
And it's your fault again?
Yeah. Stage 5 clinger.
Yeah.
As if he'd stay with her. But little did they know that we broke up for entirely different reasons.
Right.
You know
what
I mean?
Your own personal business.
Yeah.
Really. But that storyline had already been depicted.
It was formed.
So you already
it was easy. Every part of my life has been scrutinised. There's been opinions pressed on it, whether it be my sexuality, being a single mum, being a mum, how I look, how I dress. Every single part of my life has literally been picked apart.
And a lot of those things you've just listed are so normal.
Yeah.
And so relatable.
Yeah.
To see it portrayed in a negative light in the media is so damaging to people that can relate to you. Like there's so many people that I know would adore you and see you and see what you represent and go, all those are positive things.
Totally.
Why is it all getting twisted in a way to then bully you and put you down?
Why does it need to be demonised?
Really unfair.
It's like Why do people have to demonize me about, just for instance, like my sexuality? Like the amount of times I've been called a fake lesbian. What does that even mean?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
I think when people don't know who you really are, they don't understand you. Yeah. Right? They saw the girl because you went on a show
for a man.
Where you're going for the D, right? Wait, no, we watched her on The Bachelor, so she can't be. It's like she can be whoever she wants.
Exactly.
The person apparently that was depicted on the show doesn't exist. Right?
There's a lot of layers there, guys.
Yes, and as a woman, that's should be celebrated.
Totally.
2020, hello. It sounds like now you're able to not only talk about it, but then to know that what you were experiencing was very much an external influence. Yeah. In a sense. Yeah. You know, you're like, okay, no, I shouldn't have been thinking those things. It was things I was reading, things I was seeing, what I was being told. How do you get to that place?
It took a lot of time. Would have been like 2 years there. Everyone was like worried about me. Yeah. Because it was just, I just drink to get myself through.
Yeah. Plus the show just had you in a habit.
Yeah. Came off a bit of an alcoholic. Substance abuse was there as well. And I think I literally woke up one day and I was just like, enough is enough. Like, I'm better than this. And also that I wanted to help other people. You have a shelf life. There's Bachelor after Bachelor after Bachelor.
Yeah.
And I see these girls. Yeah.
Yay! Isn't that great?
And I see these girls go on it and go through the same thing, and I'm like, you need help. You need to talk to me. I can see what's happening to you. Are you okay?
So you'd reach out to these girls?
I would reach out to all of them that got a similar edit to me, or I would see it happening to them on the show and I would know what the repercussions of their edit would be for the public. Yeah. I would reach out and say, hey, this is my number. If you ever want to talk about it, because the world you're in now is new and scary and crazy. And 9 times out of 10, straight on the phone.
Amazing.
It can become a scary place, and I think people, they underestimate how scary it can be when, you come off a show like that and you're in your own head, like we were saying before.
Your life is upside down all of a sudden.
But also people are taking their own lives. Like, it's actually a serious thing.
Absolutely is. Yeah, and that's been happening, I think, a few weeks ago or within the last month. Yeah. Again, I'm not familiar with reality TV shows or their contestants, but whenever I see a headline, I always like that. I'm always like, oh my God, who was it? Especially if they were young. It's becoming very common that they were connected to a reality TV show.
Yeah. There's a pattern.
There is a pattern, clearly. Yeah. And why is there no support for you contestants as humans? Where's the responsibility? Yeah. It's not only whilst you're on the show, clearly, obviously, because they're trying to manipulate you.
They have a psychologist.
They do?
So there's a psychologist that's there around the clock, but they work for Warner Brothers. Do you know what I mean? So what you tell them, my whole thing was the psychologist works for the show. And if I tell you something that's personal and pretty juicy information,
it's got to be fed to a producer that will use it against you.
Yeah, like will this
be an Unreal?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Will this end up in the hands of someone? I don't want it.
You just don't trust him.
So I played it safe. I used them when I had to, but I didn't tell them everything that I felt. Right. Because I was too scared to. Because I'm like, you work for them.
Then did you have any support when you came off it from them? Or they're like,
well, they provide a psychologist while it's airing.
And were you still
but still same thing. Yeah. Because like I just know that I would say things like while it was airing, I'd open up to a producer or someone from the show about how I felt, and then on Monday there'd be a headline. So, and then also people around me, like friends, I'd tell friends things. And,
oh my God, yes. No, you told me that there was someone that full betrayed you.
Yeah, and then it would be a headline.
So you're just like,
yeah, and then I was so paranoid about who do I talk to because somehow things just ended up in the hands of the media. Crazy.
Insane. I could not imagine that.
It was
especially when you're like, I'm going to this show, it'll be fun, blah, 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 get some tea. And then you come off, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
How do I get through this?
Did not anticipate it.
No, and when you were on it 4 years ago, a lot has changed in 4 years, but 4 years ago, it was still naive.
Absolutely.
It was very much still reality.
Whoever says they go on that show to find love. Lies.
It's love for the spotlight.
Come on, I've never said I went on it to find love. I went on it for fun and experience. A couple of doors might open. I've always been interested and fascinated with that world, but it's only when I got into it I was like, do I want to abort mission here because this is fucked? Yeah. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, because you've told me in depth before, and I was like, mind blown. It was like what I expected and worse. But literally, if you could quickly dot point list a few things that you had to endure. The one that I remember was someone putting bronzer in your bag.
It's fake tan.
Fake tan.
So I had a dress ready.
Like, what the fuck?
A white dress ready for a date, and I came to put it on and it had fake tan marks.
Yeah, on the back of the dress.
Yeah, white hand marks.
And someone had been encouraged to do that. Right. And just the fact that you guys lived in a dorm. So behind the mansion, it's a dorm.
Bunk beds.
Bunk beds.
8 girls sleep in the same bedroom.
Yeah, glamorous.
And there's only 2 bathrooms.
As if you guys weren't already irritated by the lack of space and privacy.
Yeah. And then everyone starts syncing with their cycle.
Yeah.
And it's just...
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
It was an experience.
Yeah, it sure was.
Why did you go back on Bachelor in Paradise?
It might sound silly, but that was my redemption.
Yeah.
I was in a place where I knew who I was.
Yeah.
And I had already had a voice and I wanted to use it, and I wasn't going to be manipulated. I knew how it worked. So I wanted to go on there and show people who I really am.
And you had more power. This was after we had met.
Yes.
And we were no longer collaborating on anything. So when I saw that you were going back on, I was like, no.
Yeah. Why are you doing
And I still didn't watch it because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd rather not because I have the worst feeling about this.
Yeah.
And I, again, don't know what happened at all. I know they put Richie on. I'm like, you fuckers.
Oh, yeah, that was...
You knew that would happen though, right?
No, so they...
Oh, come on.
No, they promised me. He had declined.
Oh, no.
They said, because my whole thing was I don't want to sign a contract until I know that I will not be face to face with him on that show. Like, I don't want to see him.
Those dirty bastards.
And then they knocked on my door the morning I was to enter Paradise. He was already in there. He went in before me.
Right. So you were then look who's here.
I only signed my contract days before I flew out.
Okay.
So...
Where did they film?
Fiji.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah, nice.
It was beautiful.
I always wanted to go to Fiji.
But I remember that one of the executive producers knocks on my hotel door. I'm dressed, I'm ready to go in.
Right.
She sits me down. Now, Richie is here. I didn't want to go. I was like, what? You told me that he wasn't going to be here. They said he signed his contract 24 hours prior.
Right. No, that's impossible.
And that's not Richie either.
But they also told you at a time where it's almost too late to pull out. Like, you've got yourself mentally prepared.
I
You're
was
dressed,
ready
you're ready
to
to
go in.
Yeah. So they're like, we'll wait till the last minute so she can't back out and she can't react.
I literally could have just vomited on myself. I was just like, ugh. Nerves just kicked in. And then I remember thinking, you know what? We haven't spoken for a year and a half. And if it has to come out in the wash this way, at least nothing else can be said about us.
And at the end of the day, he's signed up to do it too.
Yeah. And there can be no bullshit either, because we've said it on national television. This is why we broke up, because Richie and I never released a statement as to why we broke up. So we were harassed constantly. Why, you know? And then I was with Megan and it was like, now she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
It's just like, there was all this shit.
They were trying to keep up.
Yeah.
They were trying to create a narrative because you weren't giving them
totally.
answers.
When we met for the first time again in Paradise and had a discussion as to why we broke up, people were like, oh shit, we're actually really sorry that we harassed you, because it was actually quite serious.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch, so I don't know. But I'm glad that you had that opportunity. So nothing really got twisted on Paradise?
Nothing.
You had the power?
Yeah.
And you were happy with the way it
I went
came
in
to television?
as this happy-go-lucky bi girl.
As yourself, really?
Yeah.
That's great. I'm really proud.
And
I did see footage of you like necking on with a couple of people.
Oh,
Both the guys and the girls. I'm like, get it, bitch.
Yeah, I
get
worked
it.
as if
have
I
fun.
wasn't going to.
Well, have fun and no regrets.
Nothing.
No, great.
That
That's so
was actually
good.
a good time for me. The guy I ended up with at the end.
Wait, you ended up with a guy?
I did.
Back on the D.
Yeah. But then that was the only negative thing. Like, oh, she got to the end again. Oh, it didn't work out.
Right.
Because people like to see you fail.
Yes. How do you think, I guess, the media in general, so social media included, should change to accommodate to issues such as cyberbullying? What needs to change? Like, I've heard that some technology is filtering out negative comments, you know, on social media,
Yeah,
like
but
just
they can
automatically.
still
But it's
slide
like
into your DMs.
exactly.
I think people need to be made accountable. I think there needs to be new strict laws. I think that there needs to be identification when you create a profile on social media, so it's instantly linked back to you. Because right now, you can create a profile that's linked to freaking cyberspace and no one knows who they are.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be more accountability.
Yeah, because then people will be a bit more cautious.
Yeah, because they're like, okay, if I really push this person too far, that can be traced back to me.
What's the consequences
Yeah.
for myself?
I've been told to commit suicide that many times I've lost count. And just say I got to a place where I did that, there is a law that if they can link the account to that person can actually go to jail.
Great.
But if you are making accounts for trolling, at the moment,
untraceable.
they're untraceable.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that could be easily done.
Easy.
Come on.
Yeah, and like, why hasn't it been done already? Like, it's been, I feel like for the last...
Yeah, like, what are they waiting for?
Yeah, for the last 4 years, online bullying and trolling has been so prevalent. So why has there been fucking nothing done?
And why aren't more people speaking up?
Exactly.
But people in your position, people that have been victims of cyberbullying and bullying in general by the media, by the head honchos that are, fueling information to the general public, that are almost encouraging it.
Totally.
Really, when you think about it.
Oh yeah, because they read the headline.
They're giving them topics.
They give them ammo. So they give them the headline, and then the first thing they do is they share it around to their friends.
It's got the little share button if it's an online article.
Yeah, and then they're straight onto your profile. Letting you have it.
Right. These people need a life, firstly.
Get a hobby hun.
Get a hobby hun. That could be the name of the
Get a hobby hun.
Get a hobby hun.
You know, seriously.
Yeah, hashtag that. I've never had to be a victim of that kind of bullying. Obviously not by the media, that's for sure. I have had people bully me in the past. I won't get into that, that's a separate video. I put my work out there and it's not for everybody, but I'm in like a collaborative environment and I'm in an industry which is very competitive.
Very. And
there's a lot of egos, there's a lot of big characters and there's a lot of hierarchy. So I wouldn't necessarily call bullying, but it's a lot of mental anguish and emotional anguish to deal with in my industry, where I do feel like are people talking about me behind my back? Do people hate me?
That's why it's such a shame, because you love what you do.
Yeah.
And the fact that
it can be dampened. Haven't you just been who you are?
I know, but it sucks that it can be dampened by the social anxiety of going to work and, like you said, the hierarchy and the ego. And
I hate going to events for that reason as well.
Same.
Yeah. To see it in real time,
you need to,
these people is just another world. I'm just like,
crazy.
Where is your dignity? Where is your human decency?
Yeah.
The way some people have spoken, coked off their head, mind you. Right? And I'm like, did you just say that? Even to someone I'm with, I'm like, you can't say that to my friend.
I know.
I don't care how you know them. They just don't care.
Yeah.
People just don't, and they'll act a fool. Where's their headline?
Exactly.
But in saying that, what you've had to go through, you wouldn't want to put on anybody.
I would not wish that on my worst enemy.
With that said, I would never, ever tell someone, I don't even know if I've had the actual thought, go kill yourself.
Yeah, like how I pity these people, because I'm like, how sad and depressed are you in your own life, and how insecure are you in yourself to press something so sinister and project something so sinister onto another person, because that's not mentally healthy to have the capacity to be able to do that to someone. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And when it first started happening, I'd get really sad and upset and be like, oh my God, why would they say that to me? But now it's my whole mindset on it is more like, I feel so sorry for you. Where are you at in your life?
Right, and I think that's a great place to
now press something like that onto a stranger.
When you can see that, when you can see that's coming, from their own issues, it takes it off yourself.
And for me personally,
and you flip it, and you're like, I'm now concerned about you.
For me personally, it's bizarre because it's middle-aged women with young daughters. And it's like,
come on.
What if what you're doing to me was happening to your daughter? And the amount of people I've said that to, impressively, the amount of people that have then apologized and been like, I'm so sorry. My actions are awful. And I'm like, but how did you get to that point?
How did you get to that point? Why do I need to tell you what's wrong?
I'm sorry Gary divorced you.
Yeah.
Take it up with Gary.
Yeah. Take it up with Gary. Fucking hell. Where are you, Gary? This is a question that I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Because I know it's apparent, it happens.
Yeah.
But it's no way an accusation.
Yeah.
But did you ever need to or felt it was necessary to manipulate the media?
In what way?
In your favour. Whether you're like, I need publicity, or I need a better story on myself.
Totally.
And you're like, I'm going to reach out and try and do it myself.
Yeah, totally. I would always try and get in first. If I knew that there was something that might run about myself, I would quite happily contact a media outlet and say, if you want the story, here it is, and it's coming from me.
Great. And that was your incentive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shame.
Like, no, I'm going to take control.
And I got money for it.
Yeah,
you
good.
know, but
someone else
was going to make money at
your
my
life.
expense.
Respect.
You know? Yeah, so it's better off in my pocket and for my son. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, great.
I'm not going to let anyone...
Don't sorry.
Do you know,
no,
yeah,
sorry.
no, sorry.
Sorry, no, sorry.
If someone else is going to make money at my expense and not tell the truth,
yes,
9 times out of 10, I did it as anonymous.
Well
so
done.
no one ever knew, but now you do.
Right, so you would actually contact them and go, I've got the real scoop. Not say it was you.
No, I'd say this is me.
But they publish it.
Please publish me anonymously.
Okay, great.
And tell you what.
Yeah.
Everyone does it.
I'm going to say that louder. Did you hear that? Everyone does it. And that's why I asked the question, because I'm like, I feel like it happens.
You've got to be on the front foot. Some people do it not in a good way.
Yep.
Like, there's obviously people that do it for the wrong reasons.
They just want publicity.
Yeah.
So they'll make up a story. They're like, here's some news.
Yeah, and it's not real.
Yeah, I'm going to Carl's tomorrow.
Yeah. Be there.
I'll be there at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'll be wearing trackies. When we left the races, when we left Oak State, and we sat in the back of the Uber.
Yes.
Very responsibly, because we were a little bit drunk. You literally, it was so funny, because it was so surreal.
Yeah.
You literally got your phone, you're like,
Okay, let's see what we're on.
and I was like, what do you mean we? You're like, trust me.
Yeah, we'll be
I'm
somewhere.
with you. You're a man.
Male,
an
yeah.
unidentified male object. We're at a public event where there was media, because I remember, like, new idea were going for you.
Yeah.
Everyone was trying to talk to you.
Because I think it's also around the time where I came out as with a woman as well.
Yeah,
So it was hot news at the moment. Like, that was like the hot topic at that time.
The D or the V, the D or the V.
That
and you were
was
out in the D.
Yeah.
So surreal to then see, like, a Daily Mail article.
I know, crazy.
Where it was like,
And
our
quick.
selfie was like in the banner, the headline. And it was like, they had my name and they spelled it right, which was
good.
But I was just like,
Yeah,
why?
why do they care?
Why do they care?
Why is it relevant?
But why am I relevant all of a sudden? They knew I was your stylist, obviously.
Yeah.
Why does that still need to be said 4 times in an article?
Yeah.
With her stylist and friend Daniel.
Because the initial, it's funny because the initial headline, before you click onto it, the headline will be different to the actual headline. So the headline that you click on would say, Alex Nation attends races with mystery man.
Right.
Then people are like,
clickbait.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
Then it goes into it, oh, it's just her stylist.
It's just Millie. Sorry, guys. Yeah, slow news day. They did at least like your outfit. That was nice.
Yes.
All positives on the
the
on
outfits
the
were
ensemble.
fire.
They were. We slayed 2 in a day.
Yeah, we did.
Actually, well, yeah, because
the suit.
Yeah.
We had the
Victorian wood suit.
Yeah.
The back corseted belt that you can
It
breathe,
was
but
so,
you still rock
but I
it.
still, yeah.
I look like shit. I look back and I'm
Did
like,
you?
oh, yeah.
I feel like you didn't look like you. Like, this is kind of like...
This is me now.
Yeah.
It's a bit better.
I think you've always been... I mean, if you didn't like the D, mystery man.
I just found that really interesting. So it's really good to get some tea on that. To know that, yes, it does happen and yes, you can
Everyone
also
does
be in
it.
control of that. I think that's really good.
And like, even if, say, photographers would be following me around, I would literally say, look, what do you need? What are you trying to get? And I would say, I'm happy to work with you here right now if you'll just get it done quickly and don't involve my son.
So you took responsibility in that sense, where you're like, I'm clearly a public figure at the moment.
Yeah, and I knew that they would follow me.
They're not going to leave me alone.
No.
So I'm going to take control of this, get your control back.
Yeah. Otherwise,
they'll
they'll follow you all day in a car.
Which will get to you.
Yeah, my biggest thing is I just want to protect Elijah from it. I am quite happy to drop him off. If you need me going into a supermarket, get it done.
Get it done, go away.
And then usually they won't be a dick to you. They'll just be like, okay, cool.
Because you're also, in a way, showing respect to them, what they have to do. Like, it is their job, unfortunately.
It is, I don't know.
So they're kind of like, oh, okay, she gets that, we have to do this.
Yeah.
She's going to cooperate, so we can get... And then they can move on to the next person
Yeah,
too.
but if you fire up at them, they will make your life a living hell. Terrible pictures, terrible article... Just understand that they have a job and then they'll leave you alone. And eventually you're going to die out anyway.
Yeah.
They'll leave you alone.
Oh, honey. We'll see, Joel. Time will tell. Right now you're here with me, so things must be going real well. Killing careers by the second. Now we'll see what's coming up next for you. You never know. You might be seeing this one again somewhere soon.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone that's looking into entering the world of reality TV? Because there's a lot of people, even that I know, that are like, oh, I'd love to be on this show, I'd love to be on that show. I'm like, really? if the day comes where I get approached, I'm just saying, you never know what's going to happen.
No.
Would I then go, no, because it's not, no, I know what happens? Or would I actually go,
Like, because curiosity can play a big part. Yeah. My whole thing is age. If you're a female, I get a lot of young girls in their early 20s who say they're going to apply for The Bachelor. And I say, don't do it if you have any sort of predisposition to mental health issues.
Yep. No.
Just not fucking worth it at all. If you are strong in who you are and know who you are, you'll still be tested.
Well, you were.
Yeah. And I was...
Or manipulated.
Yeah, and I was someone who was so strong in who I was when I went on that show, and I left there not having any idea who I was anymore. The Bachelor's dying out.
I don't think it is. Personally, I don't think it is.
It's not getting as many viewers.
But now we've got even worse shows like Married at First Sight.
Never go on maths. That's my whole thing. Like, maths is a big... Kudos to the people that do it and get out.
That is like...
And like survive, but...
That must be so detrimental to your mental
That's on a whole other
health.
level. I was a doco girl, Netflix. I've never watched reality TV, but my girlfriends loved The Bachelor. So for them, it was like big time.
So you were their bestie for a few months.
Yeah, and
for sure.
and I still don't watch it anymore, but I see the stuff that gets written. And again, I'll reach out to those people and be like, hey, you okay? Because it can be really,
well done.
really hard.
I think that's amazing, by the way.
Yeah, you have no one.
Yeah, they're not
like, and your
it.
friends don't get it. Like, your friends support you and love you and care about you, and so does your family, but they don't get it.
No.
Like, they don't understand
Very unique, surreal experience.
Totally. Find someone at the pub.
Find someone at the pub. Well, we've acknowledged that they're not going on these shows really to find love. If someone ever offered me a position on a reality TV show, I have a service that I provide. If it's going to increase my exposure...
Of course.
In a very respectful way, and I can still maintain my dignity and be myself. Well, we say that now.
Your product will be everywhere.
And you want to go on the block, and then you're like, okay, well that aligns, and that's perfect.
Yeah,
but I think people go on dating shows literally just to sell themselves.
Yeah, but it's like if you don't
and
have...
their soul.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I'm 24, I've just come out of a breakup, this will be fun, like maybe I'll get some cool stuff. Like,
meet some cool people.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's nice.
But the other thing is, if you really want something, The Bachelor's not going to get you there because this is
It'll
interesting.
get you there faster.
No, okay, so beg to differ. Once you do a reality TV show, you can be seen as damaged goods.
Right.
To a lot of things. You miss out on a lot of opportunity. People don't take you seriously.
Well, yes. I don't.
So you...
I don't.
So
I'm
you
like,
have
I don't
to work,
take you
you have
seriously.
to
Unless
work,
I get to know them.
Yeah, but you have to work extra hard to develop rapport with, say, if you want to start up a brand or become an actress.
You're
or
talking
radio.
serious business.
Yeah, you actually...
Not like attending events and getting free product.
No, if that's your goal and your dream, going on The Bachelor or a reality TV show, I feel actually doesn't work in your favour. If you want a sustainable career...
Yeah, no, give it a miss.
And because also, if you go back to your normal job, you're made to feel shit about going back to your normal job. And if you're holding on to your 15 minutes of fame, you're made to feel like shit for that as well.
You know how you're like, it's fading out. Well, not really, because as long as there's an audience, it's not going to fade out. You may as well watch something fictional where the actors are getting paid for their profession
to portray
characters and tell you a story. These characters on reality TV are getting...
Yeah, and we only get $90 a day. For that.
You're kidding.
$90 a day for The Bachelor.
Ching ching.
You get more for selling the articles afterwards, though. No wonder. Yeah, no wonder. Oh, dude. Oh, dear, that's sad.
Some of these girls had mortgages and everything. They left their jobs. They're perfectly good.
Makes them more competitive, maybe, as well.
But they're perfectly good careers. They left and they didn't even win.
Oh,
They
didn't even get the tea. There's a $90 now. My advice is not to people going on it, but to people watching it. To stop watching it and stop fueling it because it's bad.
And if you are watching it, educate yourself a little bit. Watch this.
But people say that they're like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
How are you then not affected by, like, when you see people coming out of it tormented?
Oh, no, yeah.
And then you have an opinion as well then. You're like reading the articles, oh, did you hear about so-and-so?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard this happened. And then, meh.
Yeah, it's a big meh.
Do you have any regrets?
No regrets.
Great.
Hindsight's 20/20, obviously.
A blessing, but doesn't exist.
I loved how it's helped me grow into the person I am. Lessons and blessings.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're in a good headspace.
I am.
I'm glad that you're moving forward onto new things.
Thank you.
And you've got new goals. I'm glad I don't see you on any reality TV shows anymore. I don't even really see you in the media, which is a relief.
Yeah, Next
time I see you, I want it to be positive.
Yeah, you never know.
And keep being an advocate for mental health.
Yeah, I will. It's something
I know you will because you're passionate about it. And well done for not crying today.
I know, I thought I was going to as well.
Was there anything that you wanted to say?
Think before you post. Like, really think before you post something, and just be fucking kind to each other.
Yes.
Like, it's that
so easy to be kind.
You don't have to like
I say lead with love.
Yeah, you don't have to like everyone. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like Daniel, but respect us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But if you don't like that's the thing.
But,
if
like,
you're watching this and you don't like either of us, then
don't watch.
Thanks for the view, but just turn it off. If I don't like someone, I don't look at what they're doing and I don't put them in front of me.
They're not a tenant in your headspace.
No, they're not. Like, they are evicted.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really hope this was helpful to yourself, but also to anyone watching.
Loved it.
It was enlightening for me again. I was like, oh my God, I still can't believe that this was your reality. But thank you for sharing it with everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank you everyone for watching. If you've watched it this far, please give us this video a like. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel and also leave any comments below. If there's anything that you want either of us to talk about further, happy to discuss in the comment section. As you said out there, if you're going through something that you can relate.
There are places and people that you can talk to.
Slide into our DMs, apparently. Very helpful. Give us a follow on Instagram. You can see more of my work there, and you can also use my DM section to ask me any more questions or even put forward any further topics that you'd like me to discuss. Or if you want to sit here with me as well and talk about something that you're passionate about, that'd be amazing. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will be back very soon. Bye, guys. Positive question. How are you portrayed on reality TV? We've spoken about that. Did this cause harm or detriment to your real character?
Yes.